understanding is in the heart. Ritualism, where you just sit together and you chant a few mantras and so, they can be part of it. Also they have their beauty, but they're definitely not the essence, because you may do rituals and you don't understand what you're doing. Saying, oh, we made a very nice fire here. And you heard so many mantras, they chanted and everything, you know. And you say, it had a great feeling, great atmosphere. And that's good. But that's not enough. If you have not really understood who did you do the offering for, what was the meaning of it, then at a certain moment it becomes just like a drama, like a show. So, Ambika, so, thank you very much, Srila Prabhupada, for giving us these songs. Yeah. And we want to create this very beautiful atmosphere. Now we see that Prabhupada, he had this incredible movement which was all over the world. And for him it was too much headache to go into the beauty of individual languages. That was not possible. That's what Gurudeva Atulananda has given us a great good gift for the Spanish world. Very great. There's no equivalent in any other language, to my knowledge, that somebody has dedicated so much energy to have in Spanish these feelings imbibed in books and songs and everything. So there's no equivalent. And this book was a product of my request to the artists who did that. They're also great artists, great devotees, and great friends of mine. They did that. And this is really wonderful. So we, as a matter of fact, I know the person who did most of the work of his Mangala. She died shortly afterwards. She left the world. So we should write to Gora Sundar and see if we can get the digital version of this songbook to put it online. Somebody can write to him, somebody take that responsibility of looking up Gora Sundar Mangala, and their daughters also. Their daughters are very great artists and devotees from Hawaii. So we should get it on PDF and publish it in the Veena for sharing it with the Vaishnava world. And it has not been done, because sometimes when people publish a book, they don't want it to be online, because then people don't buy the book. So in that sense, but it's such a treasure that we should renounce that feature. Plus there's only a few left of them, then they will be gone. Who will print them again? That is a question right now. So, you want to do that?
Guru Maharaj is already...
Locate them?
It is already online, ready to download.
The whole PDF of this book?
Yeah, we had, with a lot of effort, we bought one for Vrinda San Diego, and then after that, our members search for it and they show us, it's here, it's ready to download, so a lot of them already have it in that way. So you just search for it in Google and you find a download.
You do that for me and send it to me, so I will publish it. I will publish it on Veena. Because in the internet many times you have stuff, but nobody knows that it's there. Internet is a monster, and there is thousands and billions of information, but if you don't know where they are, it's as good as if they are not. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Oh, I just wanted to say Ambika, so you cut these over the pictures, right? And this is much more beautiful. I don't know who did it, but it's for the next time you can keep it like this. This is much more elegant. than when it was discovered. Raga, you did that? Raga, usted dice eso?
Sí, es que ya habían unas que estaban separadas.
Sí. No, así deben ser, siempre dejando las imágenes. Son tan hermosas nuestras deidades. Jai Sri Radhe, Jai Sri Krishna, Jai Vrindavan, Shri Govinda, Gopina, Manana Mohan. So, my dear Lord Krishna, I am on this Ekadasi day. This is the Ekadasi of Srila Bhaktivedanta Maharaj, who appeared on this day, and also the disappearance day of Srila Gokishore Babaji Maharaj, the disciplic predecessor of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the intimate friend of Bhakti Vinod Thakur. These great devotees, they have great association with each other. And this great association with each other is a very essential feature. And we are so thankful that Prabhupada has given us this possibility to associate with each other. So this is the Shuddha Ekadashi. Name of today, Shuddha?
Uttana Ekadashi.
Uttana, the Uttana Ekadashi. So,
after 4 months, Lord Jagannath.
Thanks. So I just wanted to review with you right now what's our problem. I want to share with you tonight a different experience, and that is going to be chanting in Brahmakunda. The Brahmakunda. Today, this afternoon, we have another meeting of the Vishwa Vaishnava Raj Shama, which is in the same place of the festival this morning. So, since we are fasting on Ekadasi in the morning, so we will be there in the program, because there is the glorification Shuddha Ekadasi Rata. It's Shuddha Ekadasi, fasting for Uttana Ekadasi. So there is Bhishma Panchaka starts. So this is last 5 days of Kartik for special austerities. People want to do special intense prayers because it's the end of the Chaturmasya. So it's the end after 4 months of austerities. Now it comes to an end, and this is the last 5 days. So some devotees, they make special efforts to please the Lord. And morning festival at Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math. Actually, this is a festival in honor of Bhaktivedanta Maharaj, who has his appearance day. And he is one of the great teachers and the great spiritual masters in our lineage. And very important in the tradition, meaning that Bhaktivedanta Maharaj did many important things. Many through Bhakti Balabhtirtha Maharaj, his very close associate, who later became the Acharya of this math. So now Srila Bhakti Balabhtirtha Maharaj is no more with us. We have his Samadhi here. I don't know when our devotees will get the Samadhi delivered. Do we know when we get the Samadhi? When is it coming?
4 días más.
Huh?
4 días más tiene.
In 4 días más. So that was one of the features of this parikrama. Actually, we started in the beginning was to invite Srila Bhakti Balabhtirtha Maharaj Pushpa Samadhi into our Vrinda Kunja in gratefulness for his visits here and of his kindness and being the president of the Vishwa Vaishnava Raj Sabha for a long time. So we also have his holy memory with us. So otherwise today, this evening, we have a Vaishnava seminar at Vrinda Kunja, the chanting of the holy name. This is transferred to Brahmakunda. And we better have our batteries charged of our the seminar on the holy name of Krishna will be held in Brahmakunda. And somebody has to go to Brahmakunda and speak to them. We should have candles. Candles in Brahmakunda. This is a unique place of Lord Chaitanya, of the Panchatattva, the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. It is also a place of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami and Bhugarba Goswami and Lokanath Goswami, Bhugarba Goswami, they are also there, and there's the 2 women holy saints with Vaishnavi, Mirabai and Kamitibai. They are also there in Brahmakunda. So it's a very incredible situation. You probably have gone inside there, and just for your information, when I got here, this place was a garbage dump. It was actually just garbage. When you went there, you were feeling so sad. So, because it was right next to us, when I was working with Vrindavan Eco City project, at that time I made a design and a proposal that Brahmakunda must be restored. And from that time, it still took a few years. This was a large project, but then a good friend of mine, Vinit Narayan, he got the assignment. He's well situated here in Braj. He's a coach. He's a CEO of Braj Foundation. Then the Brahmakunda was restored to its incredible beauty, and that we will be able to feel tonight when we get there, and in Brahmakunda we will do some chanting there, especially.
What time was that?
Somebody can invite Nihari, he can sing for us on Brahmakunda. Who got the telephone of Nihari? When he was here, some people took the telephone. Who did that? Hari? Hariyara? Hariyara is not here. Hariyara, you took the telephone of Nuri? Hari?
They didn't have telephone, they took your telephone.
Huh?
They didn't have phone, they took your phone. They were getting lost. I can't the pyramid.
Okay, find them and invite them tonight to sing. At 7. At 7 o'clock we should be in Brahmakunda, and circumambulate Lord Brahma, the founder of our Sampradaya, and have our Harinam prayer, seminar, meeting and chanting tonight. So this will be very nice. It will be one of the top celebrations of this Kartik. I remind you, please write your impressions down. What did you get from Kartik? What did do this Kartik for you? What you want to take with you? Doesn't have to be long. Just you have to write something that you have a conclusion. So now we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Last 5 days, Bhishma Panchaka. Last 5 days of the Kartik. And today most people are doing big parikrama around town, but we didn't do that today because we are preparing for going to the meeting and in the Odamat. So we will do our normal morning class now. Jai Sri Radhe. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Well, we have another wonderful visitor coming today. Sri Rasa Vihari Prabhu is the India Secretary of Vishwa Vaishnava Rajshava. Very wonderful devotee. So he's coming now. We are very happy about that. And now we will have the blessing for this event by reading the following Bhagavatam shloka. Sanakam cha sanandam cha sanatanam atatmabu shanat kumaram cha munim nishkriyam urtvadetasha. Kushakrata comes to my mind. Kushakrata was one of my godbrothers who said he wanted to live his life dedicating to translate all the scriptures of all the Goswamis. And he did that. And he left this body here in Vrindavan. After he finished all this work, he was a Sanskrit scholar. And I just was reading this shloka and he came to my mind, and we are sending a special prayer to Kushakrata Das for blessing us, for understanding the Holy Scriptures and the service to the Divine. In the beginning, Brahma created 4 great sages named Shanaka, Sanandan, Sanatana and Sanat Kumar. All of them were unwilling to adopt materialistic activities because they were highly elevated due to their semen flowing upwards. Wow, that's a powerful, powerful verse. Very powerful. Prabhupada explains. Also, Brahma created the principle of nescience as a matter of necessity for the living entities who were destined to ignorance by the will of the Lord. He was not satisfied in performing such a thankless task. He therefore created 4 principles of knowledge: Sankhya, or empirical philosophy for the analytical study of the material conditions; Yoga, or mysticism for liberation of the pure soul from material bondage; Vairagya, the acceptance of complete detachment from material enjoyment in life to elevate yourself in the highest spiritual understanding; and tapas, or the various kinds of voluntary austerities performed for spiritual perfection. Brahma created the 4 great sages, Shanaka, Sanandana, Sanatana and Sanat, to entrust them with these 4 principles of spiritual advancement, and then inaugurated their own spiritual party or sampradaya, known as the Kumara Sampradaya, or later on as the Nimbarka Sampradaya, for the advancement of bhakti. All of these great sages became great devotees, for without devotional service to the personality of Godhead, one cannot achieve success in any activity of spiritual value. All glories to the process of dedication, Sankhya, Yoga, Vairagya, and Tapa. Very important parts of spiritual life. Vrindavani Vanipati Jaya Soma Soma Mauli Shanakana Shanatana Naradevya Gopishvara Vraja Vilasi Jugangi Padme Prema Prayacha Nirupadi Namo Namaste. That is also there in the prayer to Gopishwa Mahadev, that the great sages like the 6 Goswamis, like the 4 Kumaras, they were exemplary in their loving devotion, dedication and all that. So here in this verse it says, they were so extraordinary because their semen flew up. Semen, sexual energy, can flow down or can flow up. If it flows down, well, if it's an offering in the form of procreation, it's a divine creation. But if there's no use for discharging semen for procreation, then the semen and the sexual energy should go upstairs, up, and fill your heart with energy and capacity. And that's what happened with them. It's exactly. In the beginning, Brahma created 4 great sages named Shanaka, Shanandana, Sanatana, and Sanat Kumar. All of them were unwilling to adopt materialistic activities because they were highly elevated. They were great sages, so they had detachment, they had vairagya. That was part of their spiritual opulence. Now here you may consider one point, and that is that Brahma was a Prajapati, a procreator of creation, a very powerful being of bringing other souls into existence, even like he did in the form of his sons. And one of his sons were the 4 Kumaras, and then there's Shiva. Now the story was that he asked his sons, could you please have nice family life and bring lots of beautiful children in this world? And the 4 Kumaras said, Father, you know something? We feel that this life is so short and such a wonderful opportunity. We should dedicate our whole entire energy, only to the pleasure of the Supreme Lord. And therefore, we are declining your invitation, your kind invitation for marriage life. We want to stay just like this and live for you and your purpose. Brahma said, no, that's not my idea. I wanted you to procreate, beautiful family and all that. Oh, sorry. Father, forgive us, we can't. We are not inclined to that. But I told you! Yes, Father, we understand that, but you know, something in life is so important. Atato Brahma Jigyasa. So they started preaching to Brahma, and it became like, and Brahma got infuriated, and then he got so angry, he said, I tell you to do this, and if you don't do it, then I... At that moment he became so angry, and from his forehead, a little figure appeared. And that little figure became bigger, and that became Lord Rudra, in the incarnation of Lord Shiva. So then, by essence of the Supreme Lord in the form of a Rudra. Then he took care of many other things, and finally Brahma got entertained with his new son, who came from his forehead, and the Brahmas, the Kumaras said, okay, Daddy, we keep it like that, okay? So, and I said, okay, if you guys want it this way, that be that way. So the 4 Kumaras, they are not even dressed. They didn't bother with getting dressed. They're just walking around in the innocence of the spiritual realization, which is like Shukadeva Goswami. He also didn't get dressed. He just was born and walked out of his door, and that's it. I don't know if the Naga Babas take the inspiration from that, but you know, in India there's a type of people, they're called the Naga Baba, and they don't dress, they walk around naked. And in Kumbh Mela they have quite a lot of camps of the Naga Babas there. I don't know how they would fare in New York or in London, but here in India they're doing quite okay. Anyway, Prabhupada was kind and he gave us dhotis and saris to dress so that we can be preaching all around handsomely, presenting the Krishna conscious philosophy around the world. Oh, so I find it so beautiful how the Kumaras decided to give up everything personal just for the sake of Prabhupada, of their spiritual teacher and their Lord and Master. This is amazing, and we feel that the 4 Kumaras, they have their own sampradaya, the Nimbarka sampradaya, which is also very prominent here in India. As a matter of fact, we are very friendly, very closely connected to the Nimbarka sampradaya in many ways by our Radha Krishna worship. So this is a message of the Srimad Bhagavatam today. Follow the 4 Kumaras, and if you're a married man, then follow them by being a very serious married man, where you take care of your family so nicely, make your children great devotees. Please do everything possible so that your children can be great devotees. Don't waste your time. The children, they are the biggest gift you get in this life. And for what you can do for them, well, you have to show them life, the way into life, but you can also show them the way out of life, which is the way out of material attachments. Everybody in this world is attached to material things, toys. First we start with toys, which usually are very stupid. And then from the toys we get to see some interactions with matter of a more serious nature. And then eventually we have to think about what are you going to do for a living. You must have heard that, no? What do you do for a living? And then people like they're inventing so many fruitive activities, supposedly plans for their living, and they get very attached and very entangled in the material world, and then spiritual life becomes very, very difficult for them. That's why the 4 Kumaras' advice is very good advice. And our Acharyas have repeated it, even though they were sponsoring and helping people to get married and have nice family life. But they also said there is a chance to avoid marriage life by dedicating yourself entirely to Krishna's service. So they have given that opening that chance. And if we take this chance, then we can also have a very intense spiritual life. That intensity of renunciation is just there, but not easy. And the majority of the people, they do get married. And then we have these nice children, and now we have to make those nice schools, because we can't let these kids without a good education. So it's our next task, whether we like it or not. The next task is creating Krishna conscious schools. So I pass on the word to Gurudeva Atulananda now. It's already 8, but as we know, this is Ekadasi, so we don't have to hurry anywhere. No prasadam is waiting. And for today, I just want to say, you are all invited to go to Madhava Maharaj's day. Now, since we get the visitor of Rasa Bihari Prabhu, we will also try to extract some nectar from him. But in the meantime, Gurudeva Atulananda can give us some insight. So, our program is in Chaitanya Gaudiya Math today, and Vrindavan Chandra can exactly say who's not going, because then they have to cook something for those who are not going, because we're going to take the prasadam, the Madhava Maharaj Ekadasi feast there in this mat. And then because the Vishwa Vaishnava Rajsabha meeting is right afterwards, so we also need our people to take some decorations for that.
Gurudeva, they are arranged prasadam in another place, not in what. So we have, after Harikatha, we have get this place, not Mandir is free for us.
What?
Decoration. They are arranged prasadam and in another place. Like 2 years before, when they are parikrama, this year also they are parikrama here. So yesterday I looked there, I contact with them and said prasadam in front of another dharmashala there. So after Harikatha we get the free this hall. Non-Mandir hall is free for us for decoration.
So we all go there to take prasadam.
Yes.
And the meeting will be in the mat.
Meeting will be there, and this is free of because they are today Ekadashi.
Huh?
Today Ekadashi, so prasadam is 12 or 12:30. So after Harikatha, not there prasad in another place.
Yes, you already said that.
So we have decorate this place for our meeting from 12:30 or 1 o'clock.
Okay, good idea. Good idea that we decorate the place after the program. Okay. Jai. Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai.
So our decoration team has to be ready that after 12, when the prashad time is, we start to decorate. But we have to also check there which room we use for the meeting, no?
Not Mandir.
Not Mandir?
Yes.
Okay.
Salpiyari Guru on the way to the
So we have a special offer today. One Maharaj is here. He arrived, so this book is special for sale today. I have 300 rupees. Anybody doesn't have this book yet, please take one. Here. Today, actually they have 500 rupees, but we have a special promotion today. 300 rupees. Anybody else of this English songbook? 2, 3. You can all give the Lakshmi to Kaustuba or to her. She can collect the Lakshmi. Rather, you can collect the money. A little bit more Sankirtan? English songbook?
Well, just for the Sankirtan, we don't need it really, but it's always good.
All right. Anybody else?
How many temples?
Brauchen wir mehr? 2. Any more English songbook? Sankirtan, English songbook.
Yep.
Here we do, this is good for Ekadasi training. English songbook, no more? Varanasiam, what about you? How many? Wonderful, thank you. But you can still have one for yourself. Come on.
To learn.
Don't discourage my Sankirtan. You have to have your own copy. Gurudeva, you also, this is good. Sankirtan to Gurudeva. This is double good. Huh? Okay, last offer here. Who has? Krishna, you have them there? In the ashram you have? So, come on. Krishna, you should have 2 because there's so many people there. Any more? Here we have the last copies. Any more? Sankirtan, English Sankirtan songs.
One more, Maharaj.
You take another one. Okay.
Good Sankirtan.
Huh? You take one. Okay. So you can sing the songs of Vaishnavas in English. Okay? Okay, you make sure everybody gives the Lakshmi. Okay, anybody else? Last chance on Gurudeva. Hey, Siddhanta, what happened to you? You have this book. Take one for Cuba.
They don't understand English.
But they should have the book. Come on. Take one for Cuba. Be generous. What will the Cubans do without our generosity? Haribol. Well, the rest I'll sell for my room.
What time are we leaving for Chaitanya Gurdjava?
10.
Who is not going? ¿Quién no va? ¿Quién no va? Es la mano. ¿Quién no va a ir a comer? ¿Todos van? ¿Quién no va? Hace la mano con ganas.
Om Shivaya Krishnamste Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaranti Namya Namaste Sarasvati Devam Gauravani Tashyam Om Ajnarat Mirandasya Janasavakaya Shasuru Vitangen Tasmai Sigurave Namaha. Seeing such a misleading creation as a skillful task, Brahma did not feel much pleasure in his activity, and therefore he purified himself by meditation on the personality of God. Then he began another term of creation. Entonces el señor Brahma no quería crear este universo. Como dice acá, era una tarea de sinful task, porque está más destinado para las personas que no quieren servir a Krishna. Pero, como todos sabemos, Krishna es un experto engañador. Así que, mamá Parmanu Bhartante me anuncia Bharta Sarvasya. Como dice Krishna en Bhagavad Gita, todo el mundo está siguiendo mi camino, mi sendero. Si alguien no quiere servir a Krishna, tiene algún tipo de locura, algún problema, falta de inteligencia, falta de visión, falta de realización, de la miseria de este mundo. Esa es la primera realización que uno debe tener. Este mundo realmente es bien miserable. No se pasa nada de bien. Lo que están pasando bien, tampoco lo están pasando bien. Están en una felicidad muy básica, muy baja, muy elemental. Es una felicidad basada en el egoísmo, en el orgullo, en la...
Esa porquería me asustó.
Wow. Esa risa tan grande, Dios mío. Entonces, es una realización importante. Hay un Bhagavad Gita por ahí, es una realización importante entender que este mundo es miserable. Es el comienzo de la liberación. Ya, entender que estoy solamente sufriendo. Ya me ha visto, ya la había y nunca lo saludado. ver la miseria del nacimiento, de la vejez, de la enfermedad y la muerte. Esos son síntomas de conocimiento, tener verdadero conocimiento. En el capítulo 13 del Bhagavad Gita, Krishna da una lista de lo que es conocimiento, lo que es sabiduría, es muy importante. ¿Qué es tener verdadero conocimiento? Primero que nada, humildad. Krishna dice por lo menos 3 veces humildad. Humildad, amanituam, adambituam. Amanituam significa no espero que me respeten, no merezco respeto o adoración. Y adambituam significa falta de orgullo, carencia de orgullo, ausencia de orgullo. Es lo mismo, amanituam, humildad, adambituam, ausencia de orgullo. Ahimsa. En un sentido, ahimsa también es humildad. No quiero violentar a nadie, porque todos son superiores a mí. A veces se dice que son iguales a mí, que todos somos sanos, todos somos iguales. Pero el Vaishnava está sintiendo, no, yo soy inferior. Soy inferior a todos. Por lo tanto, quiero servir a todos, quiero hacer alegre a todos. No quiero explotar a nadie. Entonces, de esa manera el Vaishnava se vuelve naturalmente el amigo de todos, el bienhechor. Amanituam, adambituam, ahimsa, shanti. Shanti significa tolerante. La tolerancia es sumamente importante. Como explica Srila Maharaj, la tolerancia nos permite armonizar todo, dar un espacio para todo, dar un lugar a todos. Krishna está dando un lugar a todos, a las hormigas, a los piojos, a los sapos, a los científicos, a los hipopótamos que nunca faltan, los políticos. Entonces, de esa manera, Bhagavan Sri Krishna muy tolerante. Una vez Guru Paramadvaiti dijo, días atrás, Krishna es tan humilde. Él es tan humilde que nunca sale de nuestro corazón. Siempre está ahí tolerando todas nuestras locuras, todas nuestras infidelidades. Nuestra infidelidad ante la verdad absoluta, ante el bien absoluto, que significa nuestro propio bien. La verdad absoluta es tu propio bien, porque pertenecemos a la verdad. ¿Y qué es la verdad? La verdad es aquello que existe realmente, que tiene verdadera existencia. Todo lo que es eterno, todo lo que perdura siempre, eso es lo real, esa es la verdad. Entonces la existencia, la vida, como se habla el 8 días, es un milagro, es una bendición, es algo muy positivo, es algo para siempre. Tu almita, tu ser, es para siempre. Tu verdadero ser es para siempre. Porque es muy amado, porque es muy bello, porque tiene una relación eterna, amorosa con el Supremo. Todo lo demás es desechable, nuestro cuerpo, nuestra mente, nuestra inteligencia, felizmente nuestro ego. Todo eso es desechable. En realidad eso es para usarlo por un tiempo. Para usarlo para Krishna. Para ir donde Krishna. Úsalo para ir donde mí. Y así podrás adquirir lo eterno. Mente eterna, inteligencia eterna, cuerpo eterno. Bienaventuranza eterna. Algo de verdad. Entonces la verdad es una felicidad de verdad, es un éxtasis de verdad. Es paz de verdad, sabiduría de verdad, amor de verdad. Por eso Srila Atulananda dice en su canción de Vrindavan, que Vrindavan está hecha de joyas. Vrindavan, tierra adorada por divinas joyas formadas. ¿Cuáles son esas joyas? El amor divino. Ahí no hay ningún engaño. Como decimos, la felicidad de verdad, la paz de verdad, el amor de verdad. Todo es de verdad. Entonces ya tenemos que ir, lógicamente. Pues el señor Brahma ni quería crear el universo. ¿Para qué crear un lugar lleno de engaño, lleno de ilusión? Porque incluso si te va muy bien, si te va fantástico por todos lados, si eres una persona muy bella, con recursos económicos, buen intelecto, hermosa familia, todo, pues igual eso se va a terminar. Entonces, eso está peor, ¿sabes? Por eso la gente, justamente que le da en este mundo, son los que menos quieren escuchar acerca de la muerte. Eso a mí me llamó la atención. Una vez yo estaba haciendo Sankirtan en Chile, estaba viendo el libro Más allá del nacimiento y la muerte. Entonces estaba distribuyendo en una zona sencilla de la sociedad, en los buses, en un sector. El sector clase media, clase baja, ¿no? Por ahí. Y después que voy a Providencia. Ahí la gente tiene más recursos económicos y sabe que no puede con los productos. Pero cuando llegué allá a Providencia y mostrar el libro, lo tiraban por la cara prácticamente. Se indignaban cuando veían la palabra muerte. Ni me hablen, ni me hablen. Nos está yendo demasiado bien. Tenemos nuestro carro, nuestra linda casa, nuestra linda familia. A nuestros hijos les está yendo bien. No queremos pensar en la muerte. En realidad, la idea tampoco es que empiecen a sufrir. Si tienen riqueza, si tienen belleza, si tienen fama, si tienen educación. Eso porque han hecho actos piadosos en vidas pasadas. Se han portado bien en vidas pasadas. Entonces la idea es que se sigan portando bien. Si una persona es inteligente, pues va a pensar, bueno, sí, yo tengo belleza, tengo riqueza, tengo recursos. Pero esto es temporal, quién sabe cuánto tiempo va a durar. Así que mejor me aseguro, mejor me tomo de lo eterno. Eso es verdadera inteligencia. Porque la otra vez yo leí de una muchacha en Estados Unidos, no me acuerdo el nombre ni nada, pero era una mujer muy bella, muy famosa. Entonces ella iba manejando y empezó a mirar su celular. Y claro, empezó a mirar el celular y ahí chocó y se le desfiguró toda la cara. Llegó hecho un monstruo prácticamente. Por supuesto ahí perdió todo, ¿no? Su trabajo, amigos, todo. Ahí se dio cuenta de la realidad de este mundo. Qué superficial es este mundo. Qué vano es este mundo. La gente tan superficial. Entonces no le que suceda algo así tan fuerte es la gracia de Krishna. Algunas personas Krishna las remece de esa manera para que empecemos a despertar. Entonces se dice que si una persona tiene todo en este mundo, pero no se siente feliz, no se siente satisfecho o satisfecha, es una persona muy afortunada. Está siendo invitada a darle la espalda a este mundo para mirar hacia el mundo superior. Como decía un cómico chileno, Subal, dejar de ser escarabajo y volverse escarabino. Escarabajo, escarabino. Ese es el proceso. Esto es conocimiento, es tan hermoso. Cultiva tu espíritu, cultiva tu corazón. Dios mismo está diciendo esto, la autoridad suprema. El Raya Vidya, el conocimiento supremo. En tu propio corazón está la sabiduría, está la felicidad, está la paz. Por eso la palabra educar significa sacar lo que está dentro de ti. ¿Por qué tenemos que sacar lo que está dentro del pobre sapo? ¿Cuántos sapos han matado? Estos miserables. ¿A cuántos monos han matado? ¿A cuántos animales? Entonces mejor tenemos que sacar lo que hay dentro de nosotros. Y el proceso de sacar lo que hay dentro de nosotros, eso es algo muy noble. Al principio puede ser bien doloroso. Tiene que ser doloroso porque al principio van a salir los anartas, las cosas iniciales. Cuando vas a limpiar, tú buscas la suciedad. ¿Verdad? Cuando dicen, limpia este lugar, bueno, tienes que buscar la suciedad. Entonces, para limpiar nuestro corazón, buscamos la suciedad de nuestro corazón. Yo no veo, tengo tanto orgullo, tengo tanta envidia, tengo tanta pereza, tanta vanidad. ¿Será que algún día se va a terminar esto? ¿Será que realmente podré limpiar mi corazón? Sí, Krishna dice sí. Kauteya Pratijani me bhakta pranasaki. Mis devotos nunca serán vencidos. Estoy dando lo mío. Eso es muy poderoso. Tú perteneces a mi familia. Niya Sarva Shakti. Dice Chaitanya. Krishna viene a darte no su propia energía, sino que sus propias energías. Todas sus energías. Es decir, su inteligencia, su mente, su personalidad, su carácter, todo lo que es de él, su morada, sus Srimati Radharani, sus parshadas, todo te lo digo. Todas sus energías. Pero aquí está a disposición, en un solo lugar, en el santo nombre. ¿Y por qué era el santo nombre? Porque el santo nombre es la puerta de entrada al servicio. Como decía la señora Maharaj. Si hay canto, pero no hay servicio, esos son como balas de fuego, balas de sal, no, mucho ruido, pocas cosas. Entonces tiene que haber canto, tiene que haber la consecuencia real del canto. Es el servicio, es el apego por los devotos. Si te estás apegando a los devotos, eso está muy bien. Eso es muy importante. Eso significa que realmente te estás apegando a Krishna. Pues si te estás apegando a Krishna pero no a los devotos, pero no te estás apegando a Krishna. Eso es una idea. Y mi bhakta yana partana mi bhakta chateya. No bhakta chaye bhakta timeve bhakta tamanota. El que dice que es mi devoto no es mi devoto. Eso es muy famoso. El que dice que es devoto de mi devoto es mi devoto. Él me roba el corazón. Porque significa que Él quiere servir. He wants to serve. No viene a disfrutar. Viene a hacerme más feliz. Ay, increíble, bien parado en mi lazo. Este pequeño, esta almita pequeña, que quiere hacer a mí más feliz. Wow. Esa es verdadera nobleza, verdadera sanidad mental. Y la locura más grande, por supuesto. Y la sanidad mental más grande y la locura más grande. Simultáneamente. Pero como una chispa de felicidad va a dar felicidad, un océano de felicidad. Pero así es. Esa es la nobleza del amor. El amor, en un sentido, se contenta con muy poco, porque el amor se contenta con la intención. Tengo muy poco para dar, o no tengo nada para dar. Cuando me analizo no tengo nada. Pero quiero dar. Arriba. Así que, por favor, califica. Vengo aquí para eso, con ese fin. Para que me califiquen. Entonces, como dice Prahlad Maharaj, Yayasti Bhakti Bhagavate Kinchana Sarvai Gunaka Trasamasa Tesurada. Muy bien. Has venido al lugar correcto. Aquí te vas a poder calificar. Salvar Gunaka Trasamasa Tesurada. Vas a poder tener las mismas cualidades de todos los semidioses. Vas a ser un concentrado de semidioses. Todo eso es posible a través de la gracia. Y la gracia se obtiene a través de la humildad. Mira qué cosa tan maravillosa. La gracia se obtiene a través de la pequeñez. Por eso el mismo Jesucristo dijo, no necesitas ser grande, tienes que ser pequeño. Vuélvete pequeño. ¿Cómo nos volvemos pequeños? Srila Atulananda lo dice. Cuando estás en asociación con lo grande, ahí te vuelves pequeño, ahí te sientes pequeño. Cuando realmente estamos al lado de lo grande, de nuestros gurus, de nuestros acharyas, de este Bhagavad Gita, de este Srimad Bhagavatam. Pero cuando tú lees Bhagavad Gita, lees Srimad Bhagavatam, entonces ahí tú dices, tengo que leer, tengo que estudiar, tengo que aprender. ¿Qué voy a poner yo a especular, a escribir libros de filosofía, a pintar el mono? Y existen toneladas de esos payasos. ¿No? Como un joven en Chile, yo le pregunté, ¿qué vas a hacer? Voy a estudiar filosofía. Yo le dije, ¿y tú leíste el Bhagavad Gita? No. Lee el Bhagavad Gita. Después de unos 4 o 5 meses, 6 meses, lo mismo. ¿Qué estás haciendo? ¿Estás estudiando filosofía? No. ¿Y por qué? Pues porque leí el Bhagavad Gita. Usted me dijo que leí el Bhagavad Gita. Me quedé sin carrera. ¡Haribol! ¡Jaya!
So once again I present to you, and are we stopping you in the middle of some nectar flow? Huh? No? We always stop you in the nectar flow. Anyway, it's my great joy to introduce to you Rasa Bihari Prabhu, the loving disciple of Srila Bhakti Balatirtha Maharaj, the current Secretary Chief of Gokul. This is a great organization worldwide of Krishna consciousness, started by Bhakti Balatirtha Maharaj, parallel to the Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math, because he could understand that the Western devotees in the world needed a little different dimension and vision. And he knew that Rasa Bihari was that man of that vision, because he's, besides being an Orthodox Vaishnava, he's also a university professor, and he made his PhD on the Braj Mandal pilgrimage. And so He's also the India secretary of the Vishwa Vaishnava Raj Sabha, and he came also to coordinate today the meeting of the Vishwa Vaishnava Raj Sabha. So, welcome in Vrinda Kunja. You came here when Srila Guru Maharaj came here, no? That historic visit of Srila Bhakti Vallabh Tirtha Maharaj to Vrinda Kunja, which we will not forget, was that he decided, I want to visit these devotees there, what they are doing. Because we were his secretary in Vishwa Vaishnava Raj Sabha, so he had always some very kind feelings for us. You know, I think that we have to put a chair here because the mic doesn't reach there. Please bring.
I don't need to sit, I will stand and speak.
Okay. I'll sit there.
No,
I'll sit there and then I can see you. Otherwise,
Om Ajnanatimidandhasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah.
if you sit, then you will speak longer.
Guru Vaishnav Bhagwan Tinira Smarana Hare Vigna Vinashana Anayase Hare Javanchita Puran Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Vrinda Kunj is my most coveted home in Vrindavan. I don't know how I have started first coming to Vrindavan. Then from here I go all over. Our Guru Maharaj, His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Vallabh Tirtha Goswami Maharaj, he always had a very special corner in his heart for our Param Pujapad Srila B.A. Paramadvaiti Maharaj. And I could feel it. Guru Maharaj had a very special liking, affection. And I also saw Paramadvaiti Maharaj having reciprocated in the same way. Because this World Vaishnava Association revival was not possible without the very sincere and you can say continuous efforts of Paramadvaiti Maharaj. He is the one who worked so hard to make World Vaishnava Association look like a real thing happening. Because in the beginning people were taking it, what is this World Vaishnava Association? But now everyone accepts. So our Guru Maharaj gave all his blessings and support for this gigantic cause, and special to his heart was preservation of Dhamma. I remember when Maharaj went to Calcutta and showed this very monstrous bridge coming on Keshi Ghat, destroying the heritage. So I saw Guru Maharaj getting very upset to know that, and he directed, and according to his direction we carried on. And Guru Maharaj said that I think it was not properly planned. by the government, and that is what had happened. So, Dham preservation, Vrindavan preservation was all theoretical, because I am student of Braj tourism. I did my PhD about 17 years back on the subject, but I don't find anyone doing some practical Dham Seva. Now we all appreciate the work of Braj Vrindavan Act now, people cleaning all the year, 12 months, every day, and now it's a big news which is registered by everyone that they are cleaning a Dhama. Yesterday I was in Mayapur, and Mayapur is also continuously served by cleaning service. So this practical thing is very touching. It touches your heart. Otherwise, everyone thinks about it but not able to do anything. Today, it's Utthan Ekadashi, and it's a huge festival. I had to come from Mathura to Vrindavan. It took exactly the same time for me to reach Vrindavan, the same time from Delhi to Mathura.
Oh my God.
In Shatabdi. And just from Mathura to, because Parikrama, they block road here, they block road there, everywhere. And when you have to cross, people crossing Atla Chungi Parikrama, and these yatris who are going, they don't understand the car is coming. They don't stop for anything. They are in a different world. They are moving. And they have to, Radhe Radhe, stop. One stop, second. So, it has become a huge thing. 25 years back when we were in Vrindavan, it was not so many pilgrims here. Especially, I think you have seen people doing parikrama in Radha Damodar Mandir. They are doing in Kartik. And you cannot just move there. People are pushing you, and so many people coming. It was not like this 20 years back. You can easily do parikrama because less people were there. Now it's becoming more and more popular. So we are not ready for the numbers, for the explosive number growing. So there we need sadhus, spiritual people who are good planners also, who can do something for the coming generations. Who is the one who has come for the first time in Vrindavan in this group? Anyone? 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, I don't know what is your experience, but I share my experience. I came to Vrinda Kunj for the first time many years ago, and there was one young girl, German girl. She was making a garland. I talked to her. I said, "Why Vrindavan? Why are you in Vrindavan?" She said, "Outside, you may have a realization in one lifetime, but in Vrindavan, you have a realization every day." So I don't know you had that realization or not, but it's there. You feel some confirmation that yes, all these stories about Krishna must be right. Because you see the love for Krishna flowing with your eyes. That love in the movement of devotees, of pilgrims, coming all over, from all over and performing parikrama. So our coming to Vrindavan is successful if we are able to do service of those people who are coming for the first time. So just by telling them, yes, we welcome you, welcome to Vrindavan, this is also a service. And you think, those who have come for the first time, now it becomes their service to host the next new group. So this way the chain will go. This is the succession we have preceptorial channel, disciplic succession. You see, this Guru Parampara is very, very compassionate. Because of them, we are able to have Vrindavan realization. Because of our Guru Varga, beginning with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who sent Loknath Goswami for the first time with Bhugarva Goswami. They are the one who actually restored the Dhamma. And then Rupa Sanatana Bhatt Raghunath Shri Jeev Gopal Bhatt Das Raghunath, these Shat Goswamis, what they did, marvelous, unimaginable. And this parampara flowed on till the time of Sachidanand Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who gave us in English language, in different languages, this Mahaprabhu's essence. We know the Dhara. And then came Srila Bhakti Siddhanta. Sometimes when I just say his name, something happens to me. What a towering personality. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur. And when I hear Paramadvaiti Maharaj telling me that once one person was crossing Ganga in Mayapur and he was chewing a palm, you know, the betel nut, with all these people, and they are spitting. So this person spit in Ganga. And Bhakti Siddhanta was sitting in the boat. He looked into the eyes of this person and said, "Who gave you right to do that?" That's it. And this person simply prostrated, forgive me, accept me as your disciple. And he was Vaikhanas Maharaj, one of the very powerful personality, associates of Bhakti Siddhanta. So Bhakti Siddhanta has that power. One word, the life changes. Like he says, someone asked Bhakti Siddhanta, "You are a sadhu, you should not stay in Calcutta, this is material world. You should stay in Mayapur, Navdeep Dham, Vrindavan Dham, in Puri. Why are you staying in Calcutta?" And Bhakti Siddhanta looked, he said, "But I never stayed in Calcutta." One sentence and you are gone. What is this? Two young boys from college come, they are hearing his Harikatha in Ulta Danga, Calcutta, the first Gaudiya Math. The first movement started in a rented apartment in Calcutta. Ulta Danga is the place. And these two college boys, they come, they are attracted by the personality of Bhakti Siddhanta. Such a powerful person speaking. And Bhakti Siddhanta looked into the eyes of these two young boys and said, "You should start devotional life now." And they looked. So they realized he's telling them, "Yes, now." He said, "You will not let us go home?" "No." He said, "We have to take our books back to home. We are coming from college." "Now." And they stayed on. And one of them was Bhakti Hriday Ban Goswami Maharaj, one of those college boys. Look at the contribution he made, Bhakti Hriday Ban Goswami. The power, that is moral power. So, in the same way, this parampara is like that. World Vaishnava Association, and Mahaprabhu actually empowered our P.A. Paramadvaiti Maharaj to actually inspire the young generation of the world. It's very important because the personal communication with someone who has realization is very important. To understand in our language, that is very important. For example, I am talking in English and someone is translating in which language? German? Spanish? Okay. So this is important. If I start talking in Hindi, so it becomes difficult. So we have to understand the language of the new generation for whom Supreme Lord Radha Krishna are waiting to embrace them in their family. They are waiting and waiting and waiting. When will you come to Vrindavan? We are waiting for such a long time. To be here on Uthane Ekadashi, which is Devothane Ekadashi, which is the most pious day of the year, Kartik, Devothan. Today we have Mathura Vrindavan Parikrama going on. It's very, very, very great fortune. That means our prayers are answered. We are blessed just to be here. Our presence here confirms the blessings of Supreme Lord Radha Krishna. And I can give you one very important tip. If you have any problem in your life, you tell this problem. Remember, we were in Vrindavan on Uthane Ekadashi on 31st October 2017. Go away! And the problem will go away. Because there cannot be no good deed in comparison to this. This proves that you have done good deeds in many, many births. You cannot be in Vrindavan on this day. Because today, Krishna is waking up. He is opening his eyes. After 4 months, Chaturmas, he is opening his eyes. He slept for 4 months. Today is open, and whosoever comes in his glance is transformed. So this is what we want, a glance of Krishna, and Krishna is opening his eyes. So that is why Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, the author of Chaitanya Charitamrita, he says, Adyapi Nitya Leela Kare Krishna Rai, Kono Kono Bhagyavan Dekhi Bare Pai. I think you understand this. Intellectually not, but spiritually you understand. That is why you smile. Means, today also Krishna is doing his eternal pastimes in Vrindavan. Today, it's not like 5,000 years back. Krishna is not past tense. He is present. He is today doing. But who will see that? Who will see Krishna woke up? He glanced. He showered his mercy on us. Can you imagine when you are sitting in front of Krishna and he glances on you, he opens his eyes and you are in front? What will happen to you? Will you be able to be in your senses? No, you will just melt. So Krishna is opening his eyes. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, today also Krishna is doing his eternal pastimes, but only those will be able to see Krishna who have eyes of divine transcendental love, who have eyes of bhakti, who have eyes of Krishna consciousness. Our Guru Maharaj used to tell us what is the difference between a Krishna conscious person and a materialist. Guru Maharaj says outwardly no difference. They are both same. They look same. Material person is the same. Krishna conscious person is the same. But same material person, when he becomes Krishna conscious, his eyes change, his glance changes, his vision changes. He looks from the vision of divine transcendental love. When you see with that vision, everything becomes Krishna conscious. And what happens when you have that divine love? What is the characteristic? So here also Guru Maharaj jokes. He says, you will not have two horns coming or one big tail coming out so that we identify, oh, he's a realized person. No, everything will be same. Outwardly maybe you're just like anyone else. But inside world will change. Inside everything will change. And that change can come only if we have association of a pure devotee. If we have surrender to the lotus feet of a pure devotee. If we are able to take the holy dust of the lotus feet of a pure devotee and smear our head with that dust, that is impregnated. That divine transcendental love is impregnated. That cannot come with any other way. There is no other way, no other way, no other way. Hare Ranam, Hare Ranam, Hare Ranam, Eva Kevalam, Kalo Nastev, Nastev, Nastev Gatiranyata, Vancha Kalpataru Bhesya Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha, Patita Nam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Thank you, gracias.
Any questions?
Questions, please.
Take advantage. Here's a question.
You did the work for the pilgrim's place. This was you, I don't know, it was for university or which year?
He made his PhD thesis for Braj Mandal Parikrama when he finished.
This was about tourism management aspect of the pilgrimage. How we manage the whole thing. People, how make things comfortable so that economy, employment, everything, economic aspect, all those material aspects are managed. But with transcendental divine love. Without love, you cannot write a thesis on Vrindavan. And because of this thesis, I got opportunity to do Braj Mandal Parikrama many times with Guru Maharaj. 1 month long, barefoot. 1984 was the first time I started.
84.
Yes, any comments?
I had a question.
I asked one guy in Canvas, 20 years, more or less, about the Krishna. If he listened in the school about pastime Krishna, something, and say, the school no receive information about Krishna. The government no establish the system for
Yes, that's right. In India, you cannot talk about Krishna in schools.
What?
That is law.
What?
Yes, you cannot speak.
That's madness.
This is actually British law.
But
We got ruled by British for 200 years, so they stopped our religion all over. Stop. Don't tell your kids. Tell them about Shakespeare.
wow.
This is Indian. He's right.
How can this law be changed?
Huh?
How can this law be changed today now that...
Now, I think it should change with the present government. They should change it.
Petitions, letters?
Even Chinese, they are importing Bhagavad Gita from India and teaching their students. So
yeah.
I think the RSS schools, they talk about
Yeah.
Bhagavan.
Yes, private schools. They are not government schools.
I have a question. Did you go with Srila Bhakti Balabtirtha Maharaj to Germany?
No.
Oh, you were not with that tour.
I am deprived of touching the holy dust of Germany, the birthplace of dear Paramadvaiti Maharaj. Because Germany and India is very close. Their airline is Lufthansa. It's Sanskrit word. Max Muller. Yes?
But we are more close to South America. The leaders of South America there, very close to Indian thinking and feeling and appreciation. Germans, a bit ego world. There's some intellectual appreciation, undoubtedly, when they found out about the Sanskrit and all that. But deep, 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 they did not go. They may go in the future. But so far, they did not go.
Your impact.
Yeah, so we come here to Vrindavan. This is a place of spiritual purity. Yes? And we have many pure devotees here, many beautiful ancient temples with deities which are showing so much, purity for us. But we come here, we see so much trash and plastic everywhere. We're trying to clean this. So we have this ultimate irony, right? On the one hand, a place of spiritual purity. On the other hand, so much pollution, so much contamination. So at times it's very difficult. I know, speaking for myself, that how do I make sense of this? What is Krishna's plan? How do I fit in? It's sometimes very confusing for the mind to be in the midst of all this contamination, and yet we have this desire for purity. So what advice and what can you say to this? How do we make
Actually, I used to ask this question to my Guru Maharaj. When I was doing my PhD, so I asked him so many painful questions like you are asking. Because to a pure devotee, it is very painful when you describe negative parts of this thing. So you don't like to hear that. So I asked, Guru Maharaj, there are no trees. We should plant trees. We should clean with this. And I'm asking. And Guru Maharaj is in another world. And suddenly he looks into my eyes. Then he says, but there are so many trees. So he is seeing that Vrindavan. So I cannot see that. So he never accepted that there is any problem in Vrindavan. He never accepted it. He never accepted it. Yes. I was always debating with him. He said, but there are trees. It's divine. It's so clean. Then he explained one anecdote, one story. Emperor Mughal Akbar, he was fond of Hinduism. So he requested his the musician Tansen to show him Vrindavan. And this Tansen was disciple of Swami Haridas. And Swami Haridas was the one who was worshipping Banke Bihari. So when Akbar came with Tansen in a disguise as an ordinary person, so they sat in the corner and they see Tansen Guru Haridas singing in front of Banke Bihari. And when he heard that devotional song, Akbar started crying. He had ecstatic feeling. He was shivering. He could not control his emotions. It was so much moving. It melted Akbar. So ultimately, when it finished, Akbar prostrated in front of Swami Haridas. With great effort, he came back to his senses. And then he requested, I'm sorry, I came as an ordinary person, but I am the king. So please, can I serve? Can I help you? Can I do something for you? He said, I'm okay. I don't need anything. So Akbar insisted, because he had that ego of a king. So ultimately, Swami Haridas said, there is one stair on Keshi Ghat which is broken. Can you repair that stair? So it actually hurt Akbar. He said, he could have told me to bring it, all the beautiful buildings and temples for him, but his stair repair. What is this for a king to repair his stair? So he was not happy. So he went back, but when he was going, he asked Tansen, let us see where is that stair. So when he came, at that moment, Swami Haridas gave Akbar that divine eyes. And what Akbar saw? Celestial Dhama, transcendental, Vrindavan. And what was Keshi Ghat? It was made of jewels and diamonds. And one stair that was broken was one piece blue, what you call that, Neelam? That is sapphire, blue sapphire. One piece 20 feet long. And he fainted. He said, in the whole world you do not have one piece 20 feet sapphire, blue sapphire. I cannot repair it. I cannot. So he bowed down to Swami Haridasa. So then again this Vrindavan, which you see, which I see, full of plastics and full of all these things. Because Guru Maharaj says, Maya will not like us to see that real Vrindavan. So it is always covering. It is covering. We are not qualified. And the best way to have that divine glance of Vrindavan, according to our Guru Dev, is first go to Mayapur, Navdeep Dham, pray to Lord Gauranga, Nityananda. If we get their blessings, then Vrindavan will bless us. Otherwise, we will commit offense. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other question?
Yes, please. We don't have, of course, the power in our voice to tell now, when we are preaching or doing Sankirtan in our home programs or temples outside Vrindavan. And in my case, for example, I'm in San Diego, in California, in the US. And it's a lot when people want to leave their normal activities and come to a program to chant Mahamantra, hear Bhagavad Gita, and eat prashadam, do kirtan. But when you tell them that they need a guru, then they immediately stop and say, but I can understand all this. And they do say that. I can understand all this. And I like Krishna, I love Krishna, I want Krishna. But a guru, I'm not gonna surrender to someone and then they give me orders and I need to obey. No. I don't need that. I can do all this without that. So how can we balance being tolerant, loving, and at the same time trying to convey that urgency, but now you need to do it?
Actually, there are two things. One is we telling, and second is they are getting ready. If they are not ready, you cannot give it. Two things. So to make them ready, you have to give them one thing. And that you know is Sukriti. You know what is Sukriti? So make them progress in their Sukriti. And the best way to do that is give them Mahaprasad. Give them Charanamrita. So it is a beautiful injection which goes into your system when you gulp. So ultimately, you will not have to tell them, they will ask you. So both way it has to work. So that is why our Guru Varga used the state-of-art spiritual technology which consists of these things. One is preaching Harinam, right? And second, giving Mahaprasad. Harinam and Mahaprasad, these two balance and then person gets ready. And person is not even aware that he is changing from within. Now.
Magical, invisible change. Any more questions?
Yes.
Can you give us some advices about improve our worship to our gurus and make our feelings and our attachment to our gurus stronger?
Actually, it's a two-way process. Actually, our relation with Guru is eternal. It's not now. It was existing before. It's many lifetimes going on. till the time we get back to Golok Dham, we'll get Guru again and again in every life. Because Guru is so compassionate, he wants to lift the disciple from the whatever situation to bring to Krishna. So this eternal relation is a two-way process. One process is Guru giving his affection to disciple, which is spontaneous, like a mother. Like a mother loves a child. So Guru spontaneously is affectionate to the disciple. But the child is not realizing the value of affection of mother. You see, you get teenager and you don't hear your mother. I don't need my mother. Don't call me every day. Don't disturb me. So it's two-way. So mother is spontaneous, but the child is actually reluctant for this kind of thing. So what we need is the mood of surrender to the lotus feet of Guru. Because Guru Krishna Ruphan Shastrera Pramane Guru Rupe Krishna Kripa Karen Bhakta Dane. Chaitanya Charitamrita. Supreme Lord Krishna will not directly come to us. He will send his personal associate in the form of Guru to us. And whatever Guru is telling us is coming through Krishna, through Guru Parampara. So we have to surrender to Guru and Guru Parampara. So this way we will inculcate. But there are some practical things. Just as I told her, if you preach, people will not listen. But if you feed them prasadam and charanamrita, from within they will change. Same way, we should have some contact with Guru. That contact is giving gift to Guru and accepting prasad from Guru. This is exchange is very important, because there is a saying, you may give without love, but you cannot love without giving. The proof of love